In this video, we want to talk about the inventory software product from RCO, which has a lot of really nice features. I'm going to go over some of the commands that you can use. Now, this is sort of the second screen that you come into. The first screen has the traditional stores where you can see your stores. If you have multiple stores, you can see the location. You can see the parts that, if I touch the parts button at the bottom, you can see the parts that you have in inventory in each of the stores. And the operations on the second screen deal with the inventory when you receive inventory, when you ship inventory, when you do the pick list, when the salespeople get an order, generate an invoice, the warehouse has to pick the items and then send it to shipping. We also have the ability to check out and check in items. These are useful if you have, let's say, a rental business or any kind of, let's say you're checking out books or boxes to somebody outside of your company or organization. And then the move command, what this does is this allows you to move items from one location to another location by scanning or using the keyboard for data entry. So I'm going to go over a few of these commands, and I'm also going to go over the stock count command, which allows you to do a stock count of your inventory. So one of the commands on the second row is a library. Some people have this in their organizations where you want to be able to look up books and documents and plans that your organization has, and you can do searches for those items. Now, the other thing that organizations sometimes have is they have a lot of boxes where they store stuff. They may use an outside storage facility, they may use their own facility, or a combination of both an outside vendor and internal storage warehouses, and this enables you to see all your boxes. You can then check those boxes out, you can check them in. And then the move operation, as I stated before, what you do is you just scan the two location, the record that you want to move and the location. And with a lot of these operations, there's a Bluetooth scanner that you can use that is beneficial, and that helps you to speed the operations. There's also a barcode labeling program that is included that you can generate labels for any item, whether it's an inventory asset or a non-inventory asset. Now, shipping, when you get an invoice and let's say you've already picked the items, then what you can do is you will ship the items using a standard carrier, FedEx, UPS, DHL, United States Postal Service, and we provide tracking for that package. Once you scan the tracking number, then we can check that every day and we'll update the status of that shipment to your customers. Now, one thing you say, well, I want to run this on my own system, I don't want it hosted. You can run it either way, so you can have a hosted system or a non-hosted system. And on receiving, when you have an invoice from a purchase order, then you can edit the items as you scan it, generate labels, and if you have RFID, which is, we have another program, the mobile MFG, that you can use that connects to an RFID label system, then you can take that and you can generate RFID labels, which are very useful if you have to do inventory on a more frequent basis. The barcode labels obviously are a lot cheaper, but the advantage of the RFID labels is that you can do a faster inventory check and you can move items faster, but you pay for that in the cost of the labels. So it just depends on what your situation is, whether you're using RFID or barcode labels. And then the pick list is just straightforward. It comes from your, if you have a invoice, then it'll automatically list the items in the invoice. I don't have any here, but I'll find one and put it on, and then you can edit it. You would select a store, Atlanta, and then you pick your invoice and go from there. So that's the picking operation. And then for the stock count, what you have is you can do a hand count or a scan count. Obviously a scan count is more accurate, and you can track, like there's tracked and non-tracked items. Tracked items are when you have a high cost inventory item that you have a unique record ID for that item, whereas a non-tracked item you might have like screws or bolts, and then you have just one record ID for that item, but you can have many quantities for that particular item. So that's the inventory application. And if you have any questions, please give us a call or send us an email. We'd be happy to give you a more in-depth demo of the inventory software application. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.